Welcome to this episode of Small Bike Stuff. Here we are today with one of my favourite bikes that's been ever produced for a few reasons, and I am a Honda man, but let's get into it. This is the Suzuki Mini Gixxer, otherwise known as the GAG 50 or the GSX-R 50 or the RB 50. But basically in the 80s there must have been large bowls of white powder on the design room floor as people came up with this model, because it's quite literally a joke. And what we've got here is a 50cc manual, 4-speed, 4-stroke, tiny little mini version of a GSX-R. This was produced in 1986 and they were made through till 1987. They came in a few different colours, so you got the white and blue here. They made a pink version as well and a red and white version. They also sold a 2-stroke version in Finland from about 87 to 89, and it was called the Solifer or the Solifer Suzuki R, but at the end of the day, this thing here is the one that most of the world saw. They were in Suzuki dealerships in New Zealand back in the day, and the first thing I just want to point out is Suzuki's advanced cooling system is now Suzuki's advanced comical system. So anyway, if you'll see soon how small this thing is. It's really small. What I'll do, I'll set the camera up and go stand beside it so you can get an idea of just how small this bike is. It's really small. Alright, so let's start with the engine. We have a 4-stroke 50cc horizontal motor that you can kind of see through there. It looks much similar to, say, like your Honda 50 motors. Horizontal, overhead cam, carbureted. It's a 4-speed manual, and yeah, there's not too much to write home about there. Power-wise, I think it's really only putting out about 4 or 5 horsepower, so I think it's about 5 horsepower, and that's about 7,000 RPM, and yeah, air-cooled, no liquid cooling at all. We'll jump around the other side and see if there's anything extra we can see. Nope. Only other thing to note there is that it's kickstart only, not electric start. Tri-spokes. Now, I'm a big fan of tri-spokes. So these things here have a 10-inch tri-spoke. It's got a 3.5 by 10 Michelin S1 on the front. And as you can see, those are 2-piece wheels. So the rim itself does come off the hub, the 3-spoke hub. And then on the rear, we also have a Michelin S1 3.5 by 10. Once again, drum brake on the rear, but the front has a wonderful disc brake, as you can see there. Very small, but it does the job and definitely stops it. It's not exactly the world's most powerful machine. All right, controls. So controls on this thing here, basically you got your key, which flicks it into, well, flicks the neutral light on, and it is in neutral at the moment. You've got your turn signal, a side stand signal, and I think this is a speed light. You've also got your speedometer. This goes up to 60 kilometers an hour, and it's done almost no distance, but it's been sitting around for a couple of years, so, you know, looks wise it's a little bit faded. Got a clutch on the left side there, lights off and on, high and low, turn signal on and off, and your horn. Just a front disc brake on this side with a brake reservoir, and your throttle, nothing else there. There also is a choke hidden down here, and you've got your fuel tap there as well. So choke is on, off. So that's your choke. Manual, so as you can see there, 1 down, 3 up, so it does have 4 gears, and these little rear sets are actually quite hard for someone of my size to make work, but you know, we get it done. Controls, the tail light itself. We'll jump into the lighting. So you've just got your big bulky yellow turn signals, which are very normal in the 80s, rear reflector, and you've also got a tail light there. On the front, we're carrying on with the big bulky turn signals or indicators, and then you've also got an adjustable headlight there, generally all adjustable, but there's your headlight there as well. Modifications. This thing really hasn't been modified in any way, shape or form. In fact, it's really, really standard. You've got the model number there, so AL41A, and this is a sticker, warning sticker of some type. Another warning sticker here on the tank in Japanese. You've got your Suzuki Advanced Comical System sticker on the side there. Another Suzuki sticker there, the R down the bottom. There's another little blue, as you can see there, little blue sticker on the side of the frame. But generally this thing here is incredibly stock. The only thing wrong with it is that this isn't going through the hole it's meant to, and there we go. Perfect, it's back to stock form. So I think let's just listen to this thing start up. It's incredibly quiet, so you probably won't hear anything, but we'll start it up, and of course I will take it for a hoon, so I've got my helmet cam for that. But yeah, Suzuki GAG 50. One of the coolest bikes that exists, and more common than you'd think. There's a lot of them around, and when Someone like Bikers in Beard says, we've got the world's smallest motorcycle, man, and it's a YSR 80. He's wrong. They made a YSR 50, and there's also this, which is the GAG 50, which is much smaller. So full manual, technically counts as a motorcycle. So as you can see, we've got our turn signals. Horn, high, low, lights on and off. So we'll turn them on and put them on high beam. Woohoo, look at all that light. Anyway, I think we should take this thing for a ride. I lost the brakes. So it's running, but it seems to have, like, I don't know if it's a rev limiter or it's actually got an issue, but we will take it for a hoon and see what it's like. Alright, finally. I feel like it's not actually... Ah, yep. You can ride through the iffy spot. There we go. Yeah, see, it's a bit spluttery, but she's getting there. Come on, sound like a two-stroke. 30 kilometers an hour. We'll just pull off to the side. Yeah, needs some work. But I mean, I'm not going to edit this out. This is the reality of these bikes. This has probably been, it has been fettled up to run recently. Like, they checked it would actually start the other day, and it does start. But I don't know if they jumped on it and rode it down the road, because it's limiting itself, and I know these can go a bit better. I've ridden one before. This thing isn't running right. Ah, it's a shame, because it's so fun. Oh, there's rabbits. I don't know if that got caught on the camera. Despite the fact it's not running properly, I still feel privileged to be able to ride it. Hey, you know, it could just be a weight limit. Oh, here we go, down the big hill. Woo! Alright, that's about it. Thank you for watching this episode about the Suzuki GAG 50. If you've owned one before, share us in the comments your memories. Let us know what it was like. If you have one now, let us know. What's your top speed? Because I can't tell you. Could just be out of fuel. Anyway, we'll see if it starts again, because I'm currently sitting and on the side of the road, not at my destination. So, things don't always go to plan. That doesn't mean I don't have fun. First gear, there we go. Oh well, I think it's just trying to play a gag on me, because that's what it is, it's the GAG 50.